Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Seer Seeds Tarot and I'm your host, Letice. Let's get into this reading and see what Spirit has to say for us. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope life is kind to you. But without further ado, we're going to see what Spirit has to say to us. UNITY. Why? Unity. The Chariot. The Fool. Temperance. Three of Pentacles. Thank you, Spirit. One more. Thank you, Spirit. There you guys are. Look at you with your bad self. Okay. So unfortunately, the Chariot is in the reverse. But what I'm seeing in the energy right now is there is a new beginning in store for you, right? That might open the door, open the passageway for more harmony in a specific sector, in a previously uncomfortable emotion, anything, right? Anything that may have been restricted in the past, not as easily accessible, or just very uncomfortable to the point of you not being able to sit with it. I'm also hearing rush, like a rush job with this Three of Pentacles here. These were areas of your shadow that you may have rushed through and not, like the quality of healing, the quality of work, shadow work, right, was of quantity, or it's going to be of quantity until you're able to do it with quality, and exert some spirit of optimism towards patience. It's a process at the end of the day. I can't sit up here and fake like, oh, it's easy. You just not doing enough. And it's like, I'd be a rude ass bee if I said that, like, no, like, you guys are doing great. You guys are beautiful. You guys, I know when I started this channel, I've deleted a lot of videos, but when I started this channel, the collective wasn't even in this energy yet. You guys were a Queen of Cups, but you were like easily susceptible to influence, and that made you easy prey. So people could easily mislead you, misguide you, misconstrue your words, and it was just like they manipulated the F out of your emotions. Whereas now it's like you're no longer like leaning on others in the way of them being an emotional crutch for you. You're not expecting them or anticipating anybody to come save you, anybody to fill up your own cup, right? You have come to terms with the fact that I am my own source of power, right? And I can't truly, it doesn't make sense for me to believe that I'm without power, I'm not worthy of anything, when I have the energy and I'm just giving it away to other people. I'm just not very conscious of the fact that they are benefiting from being in my presence. They're benefiting from my care and attention. So why not spin the narrative in a different way and essentially pour that back into myself, ask myself the questions like, okay, what do I want? Not what I was told that I should want, not the things that I absorbed through media and whatever. Like, what do I actually want? What do I feel called to do? What could I spend the rest of my life doing with or without pay? What kind of people do I want around me? Because at the end of the day, we go through phases, right? And we do have cycles of where we do want to spend more time alone, but that doesn't mean you want to spend all of your time alone. It doesn't mean that you should spend all of your time alone. And so I just wanted to say all that to say I'm very proud of you guys for your growth into being the Queen of Wands and not stopping there, because I see that you guys are going to be able to sustain, to maintain, to even hold the magnitude of your full power and step into your Empress energy and stay there. So I see you, girl. You're the best, okay? You're that. And I can't wait for us to get there, you know? Because it's not about the exterior. It's about what's inside. But you also have to recognize what's inside you. And so with the people that you interact with the triggers that are ignited and all of that, it's all a step in the right direction. Now, the Chariot in the reverse could still signify that this is a change that is happening. However, there's like some sort of dramatic pause before you can like commit to this, or a dramatic pause that allows you to get the most out of this experience. Yeah. What's the moon? What's the Chariot? Bumbleclart. High Priestess. Yeah, so there's wisdom is in the questions, not in the answers. So it's not about, like, again, rushing anything or rushing the process. It's about being comfortable in your body, being comfortable and trusting that you are where you're supposed to be at all times, trusting that those intuitive nudges are never leading you astray. I'm hearing the word acceptance. Nine of Pentacles, yeah. Acceptance. That, wow. The Star, the World on the bottom. So, let me ask more questions. Spirit, what's this Nine of Pentacles? Oh, really? Why? This is taking a very interesting turn. Hold on, guys, because I don't think I'm not understanding this. Because what I'm seeing here is, okay, now something else that is coming up for me, because we got the Tower and the Ten of Swords. The Chariot in the reverse could also mean that it's not that you're not making movement. It's not that you're like actually in a stalemate or in a healthy hanged man position of like pause and thought. It could be that you're just moving in the wrong direction, or it's like you're moving away from this new beginning, from the balance, from the quality over quantity, and there's like your intuition is collecting dust. But I'm gonna ask a little bit more. What's this? What's the Tower and the Ten of Swords? The Devil. I mean, yeah. Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. The good news. You know, the good news and the bad news first. Because the good news, the good news is that pretty much every single card in the deck, well, not all of them, but most of the cards in the deck that are trivial, like doo-doo, are on the board already. So it's like, whatever this is, it don't get no worse than this. Other than potentially repeating this cycle. Like, if, say, this were to come out and then you get the new beginning, but then it's like the new beginning is you just being roped back up into this foolishness. So yeah. Good news is I don't see any lovers here, so this is really like just you and your internal work. The feeling that I'm feeling now is like you're denouncing any internal voices, internal dialogue that was never yours, whether that's like the projections of jealous and hateful people who hate themselves, people who do not like themselves, are not comfortable with themselves, are super conflicted and confused and out of control in a way where it's like they can't control themselves, so they're looking for other people to dominate and be domineering towards. It's like you're just closing a chapter on this, and because of how you're closing this, or maybe your own energy is so like magnificent that it's coming out like in a very, very serious way. Like this is karmic justice in a way. I wouldn't take this in a bad way. Like this is karmic justice on so many levels for you, and for the scales to be balanced in the world, because you're no longer taking accountability for other people. Like when they're in the wrong, you're the one sitting up there blaming yourself and allowing them to get away with all of their little, not little, but you get the picture. You can finish the sentence. And so it's like, it's just so crazy to me how it came out. It was the Tower, the Ten of Swords, the Devil. Like, you are rebuking this energy, and it's falling out of your life in a very significant way. And so with that, you have a lot more space, a lot more energy for yourself, which is going to magnetize you to your 10. I was gonna say 10 of Pentacles, but you're 9 of Pentacles if you're not already there, right? So you're beginning this new journey, and you're like really cutting cords with people, places, and things that have been holding you back. Like you're not even leaving a sliver of hope for nothing, right? Faith without works is dead. Why the hell am I so faithful and hopeful for you to change or for this to be different when it's showing me what it is? It's baring its teeth. It's trying to dig its claws into me. It's actually trying to kill me. And I'm over here like, what more can I do to make you love me? What more can I do to like help you evolve and be better? It's like, I love that for you, that you're that empathetic and that you're that kind, but we're using this intuition and walking the fuck away. Like this isn't any ordinary situation where it's like, well, maybe I was in the wrong. It don't matter. None of that matters. Whether you're the villain, the victim, the victor, don't matter. You need this tower. You need this 10 of swords. You need all of that, like, to come and go. It's like a storm, right? Storms don't last always. It rains, it pours, and it passes. It moves on. And the rainbow comes out. The sunshine comes out. The trees are a little greener, right? There's a little bit more pep in your step. What? And see, I love how on this card there's a lady up there and she has a flower in her hand. You can buy yourself your own flowers. You can hold your own hand. You can enjoy your luxury without having to split it 50 ways because, oh, you gotta retire your mama, you gotta retire your daddy, I'm not saying those aren't things that you can't do, okay? But if those are your ops, like those are the people who are really trying to like suck the life out of you and they're really evil the way that it's showing up here, there's a reason why this tower is coming. You're not retiring nobody but you. You're retiring you. You're enjoying you, okay? They didn't want to respect you. They didn't want to love you right. Don't matter no more. You're going to love you right. You're responsible for you. You're curating your happiness. You're figuring out what your love languages are because clearly you didn't fucking receive that. What I'm saying, you didn't receive that. You had to make yourself small. You had to work really, really hard for everything. Like it's kind of like something that you're undoing in your mind as well. Like this requires pause. This requires you to sit with those uncomfortable emotions that you may have been running away from for forever, right? And that's the rush, right? There's this rush of getting away from these people and my life will be fixed. But it's like you may be able to run away from people in the physical, but you can't outrun those thoughts. You can't outrun the inner voices that have influenced you for this long. So you really have to pause. You got to put the car in park and really start filtering it out, reevaluating, like, is that my voice? Is that me? Why do you sound so mean? Like whose voice is that in my head? Why do you believe that? And how do we change that? How do I get myself closer to my 9 of Pentacles? Like, no, you don't give away your power anymore. You're using this to burn down anything that stands in the way of you and yourself and your happiness. So even if that's past versions of yourself, good riddance. Fare ye well. And if I don't see you on the other side of that shore, thank God. What are we talking about? So again, like, this could be something else, but the way that Spirit put it out and put it on my heart is just giving, like, with what you're coming through, it was gonna come one way or another. And it's not even just one tower. It's not just one dark night of the soul. There's so much that you're unlearning. There's so much that you are rewriting. You're rewriting your legacy, right? So Spirit can unlock the 9 of Pentacles for you, but the 10 of Pentacles, it's gonna wait because there's still so much about what you've inherited that has to be like baptized for real, okay? And I'm also like seeing here with the moon, the the Knight of Pentacles had came out, which is very reliable, very dependable energy, right? Good, I heard good guys finish last, good girls finish last, good people finish last, but it's like, did you finish last or did you finish the best? Let it breathe. Let it breathe. Did you finish last? Or did you take your time and eat that? Okay? Did you finish last, or did you build your house out of concrete on sturdy ground versus the nigga who built his paper house on sand? I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. So it's like whatever is done in the dark comes to light. You may have had to build your safe space, build your home in dark, cold places, in loveless corners. You worked really hard, and people still like undermined your value. But it's like, the hard work is gonna pay off. And it's not a continual thing where you have to work hard for 30 years of your life to mean anything. No. Like, all of that is getting reprogrammed, rebooted, refresh that, start over, blank slate, burn it all down to the ground. Let's start over. We got to really decolonize our minds, and it's very, very, very important that you do this, especially if you are of African ancestry, African lineage. Black in any way, shape, or form is very, very important, because there's some things that have been in our DNA for way more than 500 years, guys. Like, you think you have internalized this, internalized that, institutionalized it. No, like, the system, they don't even gotta really oppress us the way that they did during chattel slavery days, because we're the ones doing it to ourselves. I read something today where it was like, if you grew up with an angry man, there's always going to be an angry man in your home. And it may not be your husband, it may not be your son or whoever, but it's going to be you, because you were there. You had that example. There was something else I was going to say about this, but it's like, don't be afraid of what is yours. Yes, you share DNA with potentially some really phony people, to say the least, right? You share some DNA with some people that are kind of questionable with how they use their power, but that doesn't mean you have to use your power that way. Matter of fact, running away from it could subconsciously be making it come out in harmful ways. So it's like taking control of yourself, standing in front of yourself, not running, not being so fearful of the worst, but being excited for the best, being excited for how great it can get. Celebrating yourself is all the difference that you need to focus on right now. You've spent a lot of time ruminating, fixating on all these hypothetical situations, fixating on all of the trauma that you've acquired over the course of your life. Let it breathe. Let it breathe. Word to Jay-Z. Pray for the vows. Way up now. You're way up. Nothing can stop you but you. So don't stop yourself. Let this tower happen. They done already stabbed you in the back 22 times. As long as you're not the one betraying yourself, it's up. It's in the air. It's beyond you. It really is. The devil can take his little minions and run away, because they will. At some point, when you really adopt that and you love yourself, you respect yourself, you value yourself, and you are on your throne and you stay there, I promise you, they're gonna wear themselves out. They're gonna be exhausted. They're gonna be tired. They're gonna have to retreat and leave you the hell alone. What point of entry would they have if you tame your demons, if you tame your beasts, if you nurse your wounds? We all know when we're overindulging. We know when we're eating a lot. I don't know if it's just y'all, but when I used to have less control over my eating habits and eating patterns and what I was eating to, it was like this echo in my head: gluttony, gluttony, gluttony. And it was just like crazy to me, because I'm like, dang, I know there are people out there that do that mindlessly, like overeat mindlessly, like spend too much time doing one thing mindlessly. So it's like, let it breathe, let it die, and walk into the light, walk into the sun. Closer you get to the sun, it's not orange or white or whatever. Well, it might be white, I don't know. Go through the fire to the limit, to the wall. Just a chance to be with yourself. You better risk it all. Through the fire, through whatever come my way. Just a chance to be with yourself. I'd have it no other way. Right down to the wire, even through the fire. Anything else for us, Spirit, that could further clarify this for the collective? I'm seeing strength in the verse, but what I'm getting with that is like, you've been strong in all the wrong ways. Like, don't rid yourself of your strength, but you don't have to be strong to endure pain, to endure disrespect. Don't confuse disrespect with closeness. Don't confuse like you biting your tongue and holding back as some sort of worthy glue to keep a family together. Don't think that dimming your light is somehow safer, is somehow a better, wow, it started raining, wow. Don't somehow think that it's a better means when you're not living. At one day, if you keep that up, one day you're gonna look at yourself and not recognize who you are. You don't even know who you are. You don't know what you want. And that would be doing yourself a disservice. So you don't have to be strong in all the wrong ways anymore. You can cry. You can break down. You are allowed to not put up with people's shenanigans anymore. The first time they come at you a little weird or a little shady, hang up. No regrets. No regrets. Okay? And I want to see that for you. I would love to see that for you guys. Yeah. Knight of Cups. I'm going to close it right there, guys. Yeah. Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. I feel like too with this Fool journey, like there's this fresh start, this youthfulness that you're re-engaging with. You're making your inner child very happy, right? There's this new sense of love, this new sense of security that you feel in yourself because you're no longer waiting on somebody else to do it. It wasn't easy, but I know it was worth it signing that contract for this particular path. I'm gonna close it right there, guys. I hope there was something in this message for you. 30 on the clock, so 3 could be significant. I do hope something in this message resonates and helps you to proceed in your own path and be the star that you are. I love you so, so much, and I hope that you love yourself even more. Okay, bye.